Hey everyone, we are Careers Consulting LLC and we work with companies to help them communicate both amongst themselves and at an external level. My name is Samantha and I'm here with my fellow senior partners, Riley, Mark, Fallon, Marquise, and Wesley, and we are excited to announce that we have worked closely with the Career Services Department at the University of West Georgia to further improve their communication tactics within the department and on the outside level. We are so excited to be able to work with career services because we think that they play a huge role in the success of students and their futures as far as landing internships, jobs post graduation, resume help, interview prep, and everything that they do for the students. And we think that working with their communication tactics will really free up a lot of resources and time for them to not worry so much about that and to worry more about helping students set up for success. Today we're going to hear about our company's background from Riley. Mark is going to tell us the reason that Career Services needs these services that we provide. Fallon will be taking a closer look at internal communications within the department, and Marquise will be taking a look at external communications. Finally, Wesley is going to be going over recommendations that we decided will work best for the Career Services Department, and we will be happy to answer any audience questions at the end. And now please turn your attention to Riley to get ready to hear all about Careers Consulting.
Hi, my name is Riley Kerbo, and I will be talking about our company background. We are a local consulting firm that specializes in advisory services to businesses and organizations around the West Georgia area. Our professionals provide high-quality consulting to help clients meet their needs. In this section, I will talk about some of the most important values that our company holds, as well as our methods of creating successful communication both internally and externally. First, I will talk about our values. Our company was formed in 1988 by Carrollton resident Bob Smith and his wife Rebecca. They recognized the passion of local business leaders around the community and wanted to help them succeed and flourish. The name of our company expresses this desire to help people in the careers that they love. We do this by maintaining the core values of customer service, professionalism, and integrity. First, we strive to maintain good customer service. This means always being open and available to our clients. Being a local business helps us to connect with our clients in ways that larger corporations just cannot. We have developed personal and long-lasting relationships with organizations such as Southwire, Chick-fil-A, City Station, Carroll County Board of Education, American Pie Pizzeria, University of West Georgia Bookstore, and many more. Any of these local businesses would vouch for our good customer service. We care about the community because we are a part of the community. Next, we teach our employees to be friendly but also professional. Our organization is made up of individuals with immense business consulting experience. Every employee who comes to work for us must show competence and an ability to provide solutions to problems. Our professionals specialize in offering new and unique methods of improving business plans and communications. We take pride in the fact that our organization is made up of people of various ages and backgrounds. This diversity allows us to formulate a wide variety of solutions for our clients. Integrity is the third of our core values as a company. Our employees are trained to present themselves in a manner that shows good character. This means that openness and honesty are of paramount importance to us. We gain the trust of the organizations that we work with by providing full confidentiality. We never disclose any inside information that is given to us by anyone. Now I will talk about how Careers Consulting communicates both internally and externally, because communication within our organization and with the organizations that we help is the cornerstone upon which our business operates. Internally, we communicate mainly through email and regular staff meetings. Our facility houses many common rooms that make the facilitation of ideas a natural process. Our employees are encouraged to express ideas and feel comfortable approaching upper management to discuss a client's needs. As far as external communication goes, we allow our clients to choose how we contact them because the client is our top priority. It is extremely important to us that we be available to listen to the ideas and needs of our clients, so we connect with them at least once a week unless otherwise requested. I hope this section provided you with a good and clear understanding of our company background, values, and communication. Next, you will hear the statement of need from Mark Scott, one of our top consultants.
Hi, my name is Mark Scott, and in this presentation, you will be learning about the Statement of Need. The University of West Georgia's Career Service Center dedicates themselves to helping students find internships as well as postgraduate opportunities. Although their team does feel they lack in the areas of these three fields: their external communication, their campus involvement, and their exposure to the students. Taking time to review your communication strategies and ideas are time well spent. Many problems can be associated with your effectiveness of your communication, whether your information is communicated or not, what your communication is passed through, and who it's communicated to. A business's external communication is associated with how a business communicates to their external sources, such as their customers and their associates. Improving your external communication won't only improve how your customers and associates receive your messages, but will also enhance your company's outreach. Enhancing a business's exposure enhances their audience and allows them to create more customers. For example, if we were to enhance career services exposure, we'd be able to reach out to more students so that they would know how career services could benefit each and every one of them. For career services to better their student involvement, we would need to improve their external communication and their campus exposure. By doing both these things, we would be able to communicate very well with our students, informing them on news and updates, such as different events that are planned throughout the year. In conclusion, Careers Consulting has assisted many companies and many businesses with achieving excellent communication strategies. So, we feel that we are able to help the Career Services Center at the University of West Georgia by improving their external communications and their student involvement. We will be able to improve their all-around communication and their all-around effectiveness.
We'll be talking about internal communication and its current communication. For the current communication, Career Services uses email, telephone, and face-to-face. Right now, their most effective way of communicating is email, which they feel that because they're always at their desktop or laptops, that they can just send an email very quick, and 9 times out of 10, the recipient will be there to receive it. Telephone, everyone in the office has a telephone number, which each employee has a certain extension number. So with that being said, all they have to do is hit the extension number and then reach their colleague that way. And also face-to-face, the career services express how they have one roundtable meeting a month, and this is where they lay out everything on the table, what needs to be done, what can be better, and things of that nature. For this part, we'll be talking about communication desires. For communication desires, we simply want to install electronic apps within texting and cellular devices and laptops that will essentially improve efficiency. We say this because being that this is a day and time where 9 times out of 10 people are always on their cell phone and have it in their hand and always on the go, it's quicker for an individual to look at their phone and have a text message or some type of notification where they can always answer right away versus being, sitting at the desktop or at the laptop and having to wait and receive and then reply to emails throughout the day. So we feel that with this desire to further their communication, as you see on the pie chart, texting will increase 58%, which is better because being that, people are always on the go, it will just make it more efficient in the long. In this section, we will talk about the comparative analysis. For the comparative analysis, we decided to talk about the career services at hand, and then the writing center and the advising center. So being that we're talking about career services, if you look here at the chart, career services was in the lead for face-to-face meetings. So as stated earlier, they hold roundtable meetings once a month, and at this meeting, they put everything out on the table, what's going on, what could be better, and just how can we be a better asset to students within the campus here at West Georgia. However, for the overall lead, the Writing Center is in the lead for email. Being that they're in the lead for email, they find it more effective to talk to one another, sitting there at the desktop as they're also taking in emails from students to have appointments for getting their papers checked in, this, that, and the third. So they find that way to be effective. And then you have the advising center, who's in the lead for face-to-face too. The advising center is where students go get advised, check up on their classes, make sure they're doing okay, and what classes to sign up for next semester. So they find it to be beneficial face to face because they see students on a regular basis and they see each other on a regular basis. So they deliver messages through communication of physically speaking and seeing one another.
The University of West Georgia's Career Services has 3 current ways that they contact students outside of the organization. Those 3 ways are through emails, posting flyers on corkboards around campus, and their Facebook page. The email route is a good way to contact those students, but the only problem with those is that the only people that will see those are students that regularly check their email. I know students who don't check their emails only but so often, only if it's for grades or certain things that are important. So they would miss out on events and announcements that are ongoing throughout campus. The second method, corkboards, is also a good way, but the only problem with that is the only people that are going to see those events are the students that take the initiative to stop and read those. Not to mention there are also other organizations that also have their flyers posted on corkboards, so that kind of creates competition for the events that need to be attended between the organizations. And lastly, the Facebook page, that's also a good method, but the thing about it is they're non-existent on there. They only post so often on their Facebook page. So I will only suggest they post more material more often on their Facebook page, so they will be looking at recent announcements and events that people could actually attend. Since the majority of the population nowadays has social media, one way the career services can improve how they communicate to students outside of the organization is to not only update their Facebook page more often, but also go to other fronts of social media such as Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, and that will improve their visibility to the students on campus.
Here at Careers Consulting Group, we have a few recommendations to improve your overall company. Number 1, improve your overall image. This can be done by hanging flyers and posters for career services around campus in heavy populated areas such as the library, the UCC, and also the campus center. This will improve the image and get more students aware of your company. Another recommendation will be to get more students involved. In order to get more students involved, we recommend that you host resume workshops for career services. We also recommend that you guys host job fairs. This will get more students involved and also increase the overall image of your company. And for our final recommendation, we recommend that you guys develop effective communication. This ties back into the overall image and getting students involved. We know that you guys use email to communicate with students, but to effectively communicate with students, we can use social media. Social media has taken over the world, and things like Twitter and LinkedIn are free to start up. These will give students updates at a quicker pace and also stay connected with students effectively.
To conclude, we'd just like to reiterate the basic idea that better communication, both internally and externally, will lead to student engagement and involvement increasing, and also student success, which is the ultimate goal of the Career Services Department as far as job placement and resume help, interview prep, and everything that is offered within the department. We had said earlier, following the recommendations of just being present on campus and having things such as newsletters and flyers just being passed around so that everyone knows that Career Services is here and wanting to help. Also social media presence so that students can be reminded when they log into their personal social media accounts that these services do exist and they do want to be able to help set them up for a successful future. Also internally, it would be very beneficial for the department to streamline a text or communication app and just have a continued strong internal communications tactic, because that, after meeting with the department, was what we found to be one of the strongest things that they have been doing. On behalf of Careers Consulting, I would like to thank you for coming out and listening to our recommendations and our analysis of the Career Services Department communications. And at this time, I'd love to open the floor up to any questions, and we will be happy to answer anything that you are wondering about.
A question was asked, and the question is how much time and effort will be needed to put the recommendations in place? Well, it all depends on the company and how willing they're ready to, make the process go. But roughly, I would say between 6 months and a year. I say between 6 months and a year because some people adapt to things quicker than others. So, with that being said, 6 months will give them time to adapt to the new change, make any other changes that they feel is necessary, and then the other 6 months that will give them a year to perfect their craft. So between 6 months and a year, I say is enough time to put the recommendations in place, allow them to get used to the new changes, and ultimately just perfect their craft.
One question we have is how will the recommendations improve our department or organization image? One way they can improve our image is that it would give us more of a caring, inclusive environment because we are connecting with students in different types of ways that are more to their liking and the way that they connect. So it shows that we care about the students and we actually think about how we can reach them better with this method. Another way that it can improve our image is that it can improve our confidence, considering the fact that we have a lot of events and a lot of information to put out there to the students. And so we want to get as many fronts as we want to get out to make sure this information gets out, that these students hear this so they can be helped with this information.
Working with our consulting company would be a smart choice and investment because we know local businesses, since we are a local business. We have time for you and resources to help your organization be the best that it can be. The recommendations that we have mentioned in this presentation have worked for so many other companies in the West Georgia area, and they will work for yours too.
So the question is, why should we trust your recommendations to improve our department now and into the future? And I do think that's a great question to ask, and I think that the social media recommendations that we made are only going to become more prominent going into the future as social media grows and expands. And I think that would be able to reach a wider variety of people, such as like the online students that wouldn't know what was being passed around on campus. And I think that they're flexible and versatile, and these recommendations can adapt to whatever issues arise in the future, whenever new social media platforms come out. And with that being said, I just want to take another second to thank you for coming to listen to our recommendations for improving the communication and career services department at the University of West Georgia.